Greetings. Welcome to Jared Daly's online math courses for North Platte Community College. My name is Jared Daly. I teach physics and engineering and mathematics here at the college. And so this video will be for college algebra online, trigonometry online. When you get into Canvas, this is what you'll see, a very basic front page, and we'll only be using this as kind of a jumping off point. You only need to come here at the beginning of the semester to get some information, and then you can go directly to the course material and the course assignments and tests at myopenmath.com, which you can link to here, or you can directly plug into your browser if you want. We also have an intro video here, which is what I'm making. Course syllabus, which you'll definitely want to read. And then free online tutoring, which is right up here. You click on BrainFuse and it's live tutoring. You can use it 24/7, and it is free for you. So I would recommend it. I've had a lot of students use it to great effect in their classes. So let's look at the syllabus really quick. You have just the basic information for the course here on the front. All the stuff you need to know. This won't be necessary. This particular one won't necessarily be relevant to your class because you're not maybe in this class. I'll use this video for probably a few years. But anyway, the point is that you'll be able to find this syllabus and find information about course description and course materials. And one thing that will be in these is the course ID and the enrollment key for MyOpenMath. You'll need that to log into MyOpenMath, and information about textbooks and course objectives. Because I am teaching online, instructional methods will be a little bit different than than your kind of normal in-person class. I have a tendency to just kind of let my students tackle the assignments and see what happens, and then they can ask for help when they need it. And the reason that I do this is not because I don't want to interact with my students, but I've just found that students aren't really interested in an online lecture. They generally don't listen or don't care or don't show up for the online lecture. And if they do, they only participate if I force them to, which I've found is annoying for me and for them, and not really all that useful. It's never useful to be forced into education. There are many ways to try to engage students online, but I've never really found any of them very effective. So I've just determined that, and I've been doing this for years. This is not just something off the cuff. It's something that I have learned over many years. And I have found that most students actually do better when they're just set free to work on the homework and see what happens. And I give plenty of learning tools, videos and tutorials and other things like this, links to things, and you're going to be able to find a lot of help within MyOpenMath, and we'll show you that in a little bit here. But if you ever do need help, probably the most important thing you need to know is that you can call me or email me. The best thing to do is to use this thing called the message instructor button right within the homework assignments, which I'll show you later. And then I will check my email regularly and get back to you as soon as possible. So just send me a message when you have a question and move on to something else, and then get back to whatever you had a question about later when I've answered your question and it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, ask another question. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to help you out in any way that I can. So please contact me. Or you can even come in and we can make an appointment. You can come and meet live if you'd like. I don't have all that many available times during the summer. I'm kind of busy, but I'm more than willing to make an appointment and make some time for you. Homework is usually worth about a fair amount in my courses, and then there are exams as well. But that's pretty much all there is in the class, homework and exams. The homework will be worth about 35% of the grade, chapter exams 40%, final exams 15%, and then I have professionalism there because I would like to encourage everyone to behave and to communicate professionally with each other and with me so that we can have a good experience together. I will do the same back. The grade scale is a simple 5% grade scale here. You can see. If there is any issue that you have with the class, you're more than welcome to contact me, and we can talk it out or whatever you'd like. Or you can contact my division chair, Chad Swanson. His phone number's here. More than welcome to contact him as well. If you need to withdraw, it needs to be done in the front office. we'll try to keep your personal information private and protected. And if you have any disabilities and you want accommodations for them, you will need to go through the proper channels because of legal issues that we have to fulfill. So please do that if you would like me to help you out in any particular way with accommodations. And that is basically what you're going to find on Canvas before you link to MyOpenMath. When you do link to MyOpenMath, you will get to this page here where you have a login box up on the right. And if you've already have an account with MyOpenMath, you can go ahead and log in and use the course information I gave you to register for the course, or you can register as a new student and use that information as well. They'll ask for the normal, personal information and password kind of stuff, and then you'll be ready to go. And once you get into MyOpenMath, you will have some kind of a page like this as the front page for the course. And I put everything here on this front page so that there's not a lot of places to navigate to. Within each one of these sections here, there are things to see, more things to navigate through. You can see in this part there are 3 sections, section 1.5, section 1.6, section 1.7. And within these sections there are video lessons, there are links to textbooks, links to the textbook, chapters or sections, sometimes multiple video lessons, and then a link to the assignment. And this is a fine way to get around the class, although I found most students find it easiest to actually just go up here to the calendar and look and see when things are due. For example, we have something due today, click on this day and you have this Intro to MyOpenMath, which is just an introductory assignment. It's not really anything difficult. It's just to show you how MyOpenMath works a little bit, just to give you some experience with it. And so they show you some different types of problems, and they have you input some numbers and input some expressions and show you how things are done. This is the only extra credit for the class, so make sure that you do it. It's not hard, but it's free points. Might as well do it, right? So if you go to the calendar, you will, sorry, that's the wrong calendar. Let's go to the right calendar. So if you go to the calendar, you will see things like this, and you'll have exams as well. An exam will require a password if you click on it, so you will need to have a proctor for your exams. Send me a name for your proctor. It can be a teacher or a librarian. Usually that's what people use. If you're in the military, it can be an officer. If the only place that you're going to ever have time to do your exams is on a break at work, for example, I will allow you to use your boss or supervisor for something like that, but usually it's a teacher or a librarian. And send me their name and who they are, some information about who they are, and an email address. It should be their work email address, not a personal email address. And then I will send them instructions and passwords, and they will type in the passwords when you take the exams and make sure that you're doing everything properly. And that's how the exams will be done. When you go into these assignments, you will see several things. You'll see a little thing up here where you can print. You can actually print off the homework assignment, and that's totally fine. Print it off and work on it on paper, and then enter the numbers in later, and that's fine. Sometimes when you click into one of these boxes, it gives you this toolbox here where you can make fractions or exponentials. You can also type those in using your keyboard, but it also has other things like trig functions and other mathematical functions, very useful tools. And down here you have links to videos, links to the book, and also the message instructor button, which is probably the most important there. You click on this, it takes you directly to an internal email system. And in this email system, I can use mathematics to answer your question quite easily. I can make a function, for example, that looks like this. And when you see it, it will look like mathematics. Something like this. So you will see something that looks very familiar to you as far as mathematics goes, and it's not difficult to understand what I'm trying to explain to you as I show you some steps and a procedure or whatever you're doing in your mathematics. So Very useful tool for communicating in this class. So I highly recommend you use that message instructor button. Anything else on here? The syllabus is also posted in here. You can look at your grades in here. There is a forum, but I usually disable the forum because most students don't use it, and when they do, they don't get very many other students answering them back. I prefer to just have direct emails. I find it a simpler way to communicate. That way I can address individual issues with individual students and encourage that communication. But you can also go directly to messages here if you want to send me a message about something in the class that's not necessarily in the homework, so you can use that link as well. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about here. This professionalism thing here, I think this shows up in the gradebook as well. I will put those in by hand, don't worry about that. I will enter the points for those for everybody by hand. Here you can actually download the book in PDF form, or you can buy it right here. You can go to this link and buy it for like $20 or whatever. I don't know what it is, not very much. But you can also just access it directly here without any issues. I will often post messages on here for the entire class. Well, not often, but every once in a while I will. So make sure that you go to My Open Math if you get a message in your email. Check your emails regularly, because My Open Math will send you an alert when you get a message. And besides that, I can't think really of anything else. When you're working on your homework, you will get 3 homework assignments dropped from the 3 lowest grades will be dropped from your grade. And also, if you are getting close to finishing the homework assignment, but the due date is coming up, the time is coming up, it's about to expire, you can also use what's called an extension, or it's not an extension, it's called a late pass, I think, or something like that. But it gives you that option in the homework to use that late pass, and it'll give you an extra hour to work on it. It does subtract like 5% or something for each hour that you use, and I think you can use up to 3 hours. But anyway, that is available also. So this is My Open Math, and there is a little bit of a learning curve as you learn to enter numbers in and things like that. So if you have any questions or concerns, please email me. We'll help you through that as quickly as possible. But I hope that you enjoy this class, and please contact me at any time if you need help. And best of luck this semester.